lessons involved, contracts. Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MV. This is a message from the Voyager Tarot, okay? If you are new to the channel, thank you guys for stopping by, and all of my returners, I appreciate your continued support. If you would like more information about me, my products and services, courses, and classes, even booking a reading, there's a link to the Etsy store in the description box. There's a link to the Patreon platform for all of you wanting to join us on the other side. And a lot of product specials and promotions going on the community board. So a benefit to subscribing so that you can press that notification bell and receive the alerts will be the daily specials and a lot of other goodies that I have for you. As we get started with the reading, I can just assure you now that there's something about messages. All right, there could be some unexpected income as well as unexpected negativity. So just be mindful of the change and any synchronicities that you see, because it's like for whatever there is that could offset you, there's something to balance it. And then I have the learner here under the child of crystals. So I thought that was very cute. As we get started with the reading, I'm going to go over the oracle cards, and then I shuffled out a few tarot cards to help us. Well, I mean, they're tarot, but this is like a special deck, and they mix it with tarot and oracle. So we'll just go ahead and get started and see what message I may have for you. Now, with the Eight of Worlds, I actually saw that as the Eight of Wands. So I think for some of you guys, that could have been travel. And if not travel, just messages. Could be messages online for some of you guys. And so that's very interesting. But it is the Eight of Worlds. And in this deck is really interesting. Like, the worlds aren't cups and they're not wands, so they may be pentacles. And it talks about discipline. So this might be about some money for some of you guys. That's kind of cool. As I did talk about unexpected income, some type of increased growth or change, because the Nine of Pentacles is here too in my shuffle. So anyway, we have change, and it says, like trees and seasons, you are continuously changing. As the chameleon and leaf bug change colors, adapt to a new and different reality. As the snake sheds its skin, let go of the old, dead reality. As the deer's natural camouflage blends with the environment, conform to the present situation. And as the moth metamorphoses, so do you. Transform yourself to fit your circumstances and to keep pace with changing realities. Through such supple and flexible adjustments, you will survive. Now, what I like about this message already, it talked about transform yourself to fit your circumstances and to keep pace with changing realities. This, with the Page of Crystals, which isn't the Page of Cups, but gives off like that crystal energy, could even be the sword energy. I just felt being teachable and also realistic, where to avoid confusion, we're paying attention to details and kind of like listening more than we speak, because again, there's this energy of something unexpected, okay? So the Tower is a major arcana, right? There's no thinking about that twice. The Tower symbolizes the law of purification. It is a revolutionary cleansing of all levels of your being. The pre-Columbian Inca warrior jumping from the tower symbolizes the purging of your impurities, the Black Tower. The burning effigy represents the burning up of your dark aspects. Burn out what does not belong in your life. The view of the sun, your eyes, from the top of the tower symbolizes intense self-examination. See the mental patterns and beliefs you must destroy, the headless warrior. See the negative emotions you must put to flame, effigy's burning heart. See the physical toxins you must expurgate, broken feet of the warrior. So it's kind of like a purge. See the worldly situations and circumstances you must change, broken body structure. So all of these, in parentheses that I'm saying after the sentence are all images within the picture. So take a look at that. By leaping into the alchemist's furnace, melt down the old inner and outer structure. Thus, a metamorphosis occurs, symbolized by the red-winged blackbird, the first bird to herald the return of spring. There is a new dawning, and you reconstruct your life, the light of the tower. The shadow or negative side of the tower is that you may, however, lack the will of the warrior and stay trapped in your tower, your structures. You may not have the courage to take the leap into a fiery transmutation, or you may project your own frustration and anger onto others and disrupt their lives. So the tower that's unexpected could be in your environment, or as the book just read, could be you. So keep that in mind. If some of us are frustrated, not saying that you don't have good reason, okay? But it's like discipline is asked of you to create this change that you want. For some of you, maybe to help prevent the unexpected or the tower moments, if this is more of a behavioral kind of thing. And others of you will get to different variations of meaning for the card. But as we move over to the learner, the child of crystals, and like I said, it always comes off as cups, but it's like, no, the cups have their own suit, so I won't keep trying to make it. That situation, it could be like swords. So that's why I said maybe the page. But yep, it says the crystals represent the mind. Okay. And the page of crystals, the child of crystals, the learner. The crystal cave is a wondrous place of exploration for the curious. Each crystal is a new idea to be examined. Like the child, learn by exploring new ideas. The mind itself is like a crystal cave. The child symbolizes your exploration of the mind cave and the way the mind works, its powers and pitfalls. Examine your beliefs and break through the fears of letting go of old conditioned perspectives which have held you back like a tightly wrapped security blanket. Establish new values and new perspectives which bring you growth and expansion. See the world from the child's eye of wonder and magic. Okay, so cool. You're being asked to release or change your thinking, how you perceive. That card just said it, okay? And I kid you not, I didn't study this book as we don't use them often, and I've been pulling out some of my goodies to deliver some super cool messages for you. But the Queen of Swords comes out and it talks about receptivity. When information is brought to you, when people are speaking to you, or something that you could work on, is listening to understand, is listening to listen, and not listening to respond. It also talks about advice. Someone may even offer advice for you if there is this energy of wanting more as far as finances or work, or if someone says, hey, maybe you could work on this, because I'm thinking this is like the Eight of Pentacles where it talks about change. And like I said, the Queen of Swords just represents this high intelligence, the crone, wisdom, and growth. Okay? So someone is giving you advice about things that you could stand to change, and nothing's wrong with that, because it may release you from some burdens, or also provide this unexpected, like I said, income for some of you, and others of you to keep you from having the tower moments. Now, the tower is the tower. When I pulled a clarifier for the tower, I got the tower card again. So if I'm looking at the shadow side of the Queen of Swords, this is someone who has made their mind, that does not listen, that could be resenting things, holding back things, way too firm, not nurturing enough. And if this is someone that may have treated you like that, definitely want to purge yourself of that energy so that you can protect your light. You know what I'm saying? Because it talked about the shadow aspect of the tower, and it talked about the rebuilding and the reconstruction to the original light. You are the lighthouse. You are the healer and guiding, right? And so maybe even you're giving this advice, okay? So to protect your energy, focus on your light and release the shadow, whether it's you or something in your environment. Now, for the crystal child, the Page of Swords, here's the Nine of Discs. Some of you, when I said this may be about work and growth, notice we had the Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. So if we're working on growing into this intelligent queen, and guys, you're, in this too, just talks about wisdom and receptivity. We're growing into this crone energy. We have to release the insecurities. We have to release the question asking and trust our intuition and trust that all is what it is. To take our emotions out of it, to be grounded and solid and practical, and then have this extreme focus, okay? But I like that. Now, when I said unexpected income, I also take the Queen of Swords as the person communicating this. So it could be, like I said, someone coming to help you, okay, in a situation that may be offering advice. So it's kind of like it comes with something. For some of you, it's like this increase or this pay comes with extra responsibility, or it's like one of those, have you ever did one? I haven't, but I've heard of them where you do the vacation thing and you think you getting a free trip, and really you have to sit through lectures and stuff like that. I don't know. It could be like that for some of you. I'm gonna pull a couple more clarifiers. That's so funny. When it comes to the Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords energy, I have the Queen of Pentacles. So it definitely talks about focusing on your work, your business, releasing things that no longer serve you, getting organized, decorating, designing, kind of remodeling yourself, your image, your home. But I like it. And it also talks about releasing resentments that you have about work or about money. So the Knight of Swords is coming in with the Two Towers. The Two Towers give me moon energy. So it's like releasing your shadow aspect, whatever your shadow aspects are. And I do have a video on my page which talks about shadow work. So look at the Tower, look at Judgment, look at the Moon. That definitely talks about something unexpected, or like we said, releasing the shadow aspect. And then the Judgment card does talk about discernment for some of you guys. And then we have the Moon card. Now, I can't help but to say, I don't care if it's one person watching or a few of you, when there's this unexpected judgment that comes in, and the Moon just represents what you don't see. Okay, so it could be something that happens in the future, as the Wheel of Fortune and the World card are here that talk about sudden gain and sudden wealth. The Justice card kind of tells me that this may be from past efforts, or this comes after an adjustment is made. Maybe some adjustments will be made. So you can expect that. Some of you may not expect the adjustment, but I don't know. It's kind of like a payout. If you're waiting on some money or something like that, and maybe there's an adjustment that's made, it could be more than you expected. It could be less. I don't know. But there's a reward here. I didn't get that part wrong. So some of you, like I said, raising your awareness and growing into this queen energy, and others of you, this Nine of Pentacles with the Six of Wands is an actual reward. Okay, so awareness, perspective, award, and focus, it all kind of comes into play. And for some of you, you may get these things like after growing in certain areas. If you're wondering like what's blocking me, it's the shadow aspect. It's rushing. It's your thinking. Some of you guys may be receiving a download. Okay, and be realistic. That's a big thing. Something about being realistic. And like I said, if you're realistic, that takes a lot of the fluff and the confusion off. So where this thing is unexpected, some of you might even see it coming. If you have gifts, and if you like I said, have raised your awareness, and it talks about being independent, going away from the crowd, learning something new. Others of you are traveling, focusing, wanting to look into your own healing abilities with this Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Now, some of us, like, it's a time where you may feel like on the outside looking in, because I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, but it's just a slow process. You're moving along on your journey and you're being asked to stay committed, okay? So that is what I have. I do hope that it helps. Until next time, namaste.